The awakening of the bloodline. The air felt different the next morning, as though it was charged with the very energy of the universe itself. A storm was coming, and I could feel it. No, we could feel it, as if it was pulling both Chidike and me into its fury. After Mama Ebele's warning, I couldn't shake the sense that my entire existence had been altered. The life I had known, the world I thought I understood, was slipping through my fingers like sand. The bloodline, the covenant, the council. It was all far more complicated than I had ever imagined. That night, after Mama Ebele left, I couldn't sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw flashes, visions of ancient rituals, spirits, and shadowy figures whispering my name. The power that had begun to stir inside me was more than I could comprehend. It was ancient, primal. And it scared me. The hidden power awakens. It was during one of these restless nights that I felt it, the pull. A strange, magnetic force deep within my chest, as if something was calling to me from within. At first, I resisted, trying to ignore it. But the longer I fought it, the stronger it became. I closed my eyes, exhaling sharply, and focused inward. What are you? For the first time, I let go. I allowed myself to sink into the feeling, to trust it. I felt my consciousness expand, as if I was no longer just Amara the woman, but something older, something far more ancient. Suddenly, visions exploded in my mind, images of a vast forest bathed in moonlight, of a circle of hooded figures chanting in a forgotten language. And then I saw it, the heart of the covenant, a glowing symbol embedded in my own chest. The mark of my bloodline, my legacy. The symbol pulsed with life, each beat resonating with power. And then, the voice came again, softer now, like a whisper inside my mind. You are the keeper of the breach, Amarachi. You are the key to both realms. The power that is yours cannot be controlled. It must be awakened. I gasped, sitting up in bed. My heart was pounding, my skin sleek with sweat. Chidike stood beside me, but I couldn't take my eyes off the window. It was as if I had been pulled into a new realm entirely. The power I had awakened was too much to contain. I had to do something with it, but I had no idea where to start. A training begins. The next day, Chidike and I walked into Mama Ebele's humble hut again. There was no time for pleasantries, only urgency. You felt it, haven't you? She asked, her voice grave. I nodded, my eyes wide with uncertainty. It's real. I can feel it inside me, this power. It's like it was always there, waiting to be awakened. Mama Ebele took a deep breath, studying me with a look that combined both pity and pride. The covenant's magic runs through your veins, Amara. It is part of you. But you must learn to control it. Or it will consume you. How? I asked, my voice raw with fear. How do I control something I don't understand? Mama Ebele stepped forward, her hands raised in front of her, palms outward. You must embrace your bloodline. Accept it as your truth, not something to fear. Her hands began to glow with a soft blue light, and she began to chant, the words flowing from her lips like water. As she spoke, I felt a wave of energy pulse through the room, swirling around us like a gentle breeze. This is the beginning of your training, Mama Ebele said, her voice steady. You must learn to harness the energy within you. To command it. Chidike's hand found mine, his grip tight but warm. We'll face this together, Amara, he said, his voice full of unwavering determination. For the first time in days, I allowed myself to feel a glimmer of hope. Maybe, just maybe, I wasn't alone in this after all. A hidden path. The days that followed were a blur. Mama Ebele guided me through the ancient rituals, teaching me to meditate, to feel the energy coursing through me. But it was more than just rituals. She showed me the history of my bloodline, the pacts that had been made between my ancestors and the spirits. Each session brought new revelations, new insights. The more I practiced, the more the power inside me became like an extension of my own will. I could feel it growing stronger with every breath, every moment of focus. But there was a price. The power was unpredictable. One moment, I would be in complete control, able to call on it at will. The next, it would surge through me, overwhelming my senses, pushing me to the brink of madness. Chidike was always by my side, offering support and encouragement when I faltered. He could see the toll it was taking on me, and it broke my heart to see him worried. But I couldn't stop. I couldn't let the council win. I had to find a way to stop them, to break the chains that bound my family to the spirit realm. The unseen enemy. One evening, as I practiced in the fields near Mama Ebele's hut, I felt something dark and cold creep up behind me. I froze, my senses on high alert. Suddenly, I heard it, a whisper, cold and vile. You think you can break free, Amarachi? You think you can defy the council? I spun around, but saw nothing. Only the wind stirring the tall grass. The voice came again, louder this time, almost a hiss. You will never escape. We will come for you. And when we do, you will bow to the council or face the consequences. My heart raced. It was them, the council, their dark presence seeping into my thoughts, trying to undermine me, to weaken my resolve. Chidike appeared beside me, his face pale with concern. Amara, are you okay? I nodded quickly, trying to shake off the dread that was clinging to me. They are watching us. They know what I'm trying to do. I won't let them take you, Chidike said fiercely, pulling me into his arms. Whatever it takes, we'll face them together. I held on to him, feeling the weight of the world on my shoulders. But I could feel the power rising within me again, and this time, it wasn't a force to be feared, it was a force to be wielded. The confrontation looms. That night, I stood before the mirror in the small room I was staying in, staring at my reflection. I barely recognized the woman staring back at me. Her eyes were darker, deeper, as though they held secrets I couldn't fully understand. My skin seemed to glow with the energy coursing through me, but it was a cold glow, like a storm waiting to break. I had come so far, but there was still so much left to do. The Council of the Forgotten was coming for us, and they would not stop until they had claimed what they believed was theirs. But I wasn't the same woman I had been when this all began. I had power now, and I was ready to use it. I turned away from the mirror, determined. Chidike was waiting for me. Together, we would face the council, face the darkness of my bloodline, and fight for our love. There was no turning back now. To be continued.